Hi, welcome to Pickleball Yogi. I'm Carrie, and we are going to do a lower back sequence together. So for this sequence, you'll need a few props. You'll need two yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can find two books from your house that are about the same size and the same weight. We'll also use a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt or maybe a dog leash or even a towel. And to pad up the knees, if you would like to do that, you'll have a blanket or a towel. All right, so let's get started by lying on our backs on the mat. We'll do a little check-in to start. So let your legs come out nice and long. Legs will flop open, hands by your side, palms up. Close the eyes, check in with the body, or stare at a soft spot on the ceiling. So I'd just like you to notice your breath for a couple of moments. As you inhale, fill up the belly. And exhale, lower the belly. If you can breathe in and out through the nose, that's the idea. Inhale, fill up the belly. Exhale, release the belly button toward the spine. Do this a few more times. Inhale, fill up, count to 3. And exhale, count to 4. And one more time. Inhale, fill up, count to 3. And exhale, release, count to 4. Good. Okay, let's open the eyes, bend the knees. Hug the knees to the chest, give them a squeeze. And then gently rock side to side. With your hands on the knees, make circles with the knees. They can be little circles, big circles, slow or fast. It's up to you. And then reverse. And as you do these movements, just keep breathing in and out through the nose in a really relaxed, comfortable pace. Okay, come to the center, hug the knees in. See if you can curl into a little ball. Bring the nose toward the knees, curl up. And then release. Place the feet on the mat. Widen the feet a little bit wider than your hips. And let the knees just kind of rock side to side. Windshield wipers, we call these. Just release the low back, let the knees rock side to side. You can move your head in the opposite direction of your knees or look at the knees as you rock them side to side. Okay, good. Let's come back to the center. Bring the feet off the mat, hands on the knees. Okay, so we'll straighten the arms out, push the knees away. Inhale. And exhale, draw the knees back in, bend the elbows. It's a dynamic movement. Inhale, push the knees away. Inhale. Exhale, knees come back in. Do that a few more times on your pace, on your breath. Push the knees away, draw them back in. Exhale. All right, great. The next time the knees are in, place the hands behind the knees, heels up to the ceiling, lengthen the legs. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. So just move on the breath. Inhale, lengthen the feet up toward the ceiling. Exhale, bend. Okay, the next time the knees are in, give them a little squeeze. And then you'll let your legs fall to the side. It doesn't matter which side, we'll do both sides. So take a little twist to one side. You can look toward the knees or away from the knees for this twist. And inhale up to center, exhale, twist the other way. And again, you can look towards your knees or away from the knees. Come back up to center, place the feet on the mat. Lengthen the legs nice and long, sweep the arms overhead, big stretch. Just like you're waking up in the morning, big stretch. Walk the feet to the right side of the mat, and then the arms go to the right side of the mat. If you want to add on to this, you'll cross your left ankle over your right ankle, and your right hand will gently pull the left wrist. So we're feeling a deep stretch in the left side of the body, from the left armpit all the way down to the left hip. Keep both glutes on the mat and both hip bones pointing up. And breathe. If your shoulders are sore, just keep the hands down by the side. Okay, we'll come back to the center, bring the arms down, recenter yourself on the mat, and then walk the feet to the left. Adding on, cross the right ankle over the left. If you're adding the arms sweep up and go to the left. Left hand can gently pull the right wrist. So now big side stretch in the right side of the body. Breathing. Let the hip bones face up toward the ceiling instead of rounding on the left hip. Good. Okay, we'll come back to the center. Bring the arms down. All right. So I'd like you to roll onto one side just to come up briefly to find your strap. So we're going to use the strap in the next sequence. And again, I said if you don't have a strap, you can use a belt or a towel or even a dog leash. So come on down to the mat again, onto your back. All right, I'd like you to cross your right ankle over your left knee. It's a figure 4 cross. Pick up your left foot so that you can use your strap behind the left thigh. We're taking the strap behind the left thigh, holding it with both hands, okay? And then we're going to pick up the left foot. So flex both feet. We're using the strap so that the shoulders can relax, all right? So let the strap pull in toward you, left thigh towards you, and the right thigh and knee works away from you. So you'll be feeling a big stretch in the right hip and the right glute. Keep breathing. If you feel like, oh, this is no big deal, I'd rather reach my hands behind my thigh, that's fine too. So you can interlace your fingers behind your thigh or use your strap. Keep breathing. Good, okay. So we'll release that down, left foot to the mat, uncross the legs and switch sides. Left ankle over the right knee. Pick up the right foot so you can loop your strap behind your right thigh. Hold the strap with both hands. Pull the right thigh towards you as you work the left thigh away from you. So now you'll feel your left hip and your left glute. Keep breathing. And again, if this isn't enough, you can reach behind the thigh and then use your interlaced fingers behind the right thigh instead. Couple more breaths. Breathe into the left hip and the left glute. Good, okay, and then lower that foot. Let's take your strap. We're going to do one more series with the strap lying down on our backs. So knees are bent, feet on the mat. Loop the strap around the bottom of your right foot. Extend your right heel up toward the ceiling. And in this pose, we're going to keep the left foot on the floor, left knee bent. So reach both hands up the strap. Both arms are straight. Flex your foot and breathe. Breathe into that right hamstring. So this is called hand to foot pose, but we use a strap to help us because most of us can't reach our feet, so the strap helps. Place both ends of the strap in the right hand. Place the left hand by your side, and then widen the right leg and hip open to the right. So it can go as far as it can go, as far as you have room, as far as the hip will allow you to go. Good. Come back up, lower the left leg. Left hand reaches for the strap, right hand by your side, and then take a twist to the left. Now you can twist as far as you'd like to go. You can look toward your twist or away from the twist. Come on up. Bend the knee so we can switch feet. Left foot goes through the loop. Left heel up toward the ceiling. Flex the foot. Right foot on the mat. Right knee is bent. Extend the right leg up to feel the left leg. Extend the left leg up to feel the left hamstring stretch. And breathe. This side might feel a little tighter or a little more open than the other side, and that's okay. That is going to happen. All right, good. Place both ends of the strap with the left hand, widen the left leg and hip open to the left as far as it'll go. And breathe. You'll feel the inner thigh stretching here. Come on up. Straighten your right leg. Right hand holds the strap, left hand by the side, and then twist to your right as far as you'd like to go. Alrighty, good. Come on up. Bend both knees so you can place both feet through the loop. Now I made that look very easy, but sometimes that's hard to do. So take your time setting yourself up. So both feet are through the loop. Widen the feet to a V shape. Let the strap help you. Keep the legs straight to start with. So V-shaped legs, nice and wide. Flex the feet. Now we're going to bring the knees in. I'm keeping the strap to help me, shortening it a bit, bending the knees. This is called happy baby pose. Once you're here, you can rock. Sometimes it's nice to add movement to go side to side, or just stay still. Okay, very good. Come to center, bring the feet and knees together, and remove your strap. Hug your knees in. With the knees hugged in, little tiny circles. And the other way. Okay, good. We are going to roll onto your favorite side and then come on up to a seated position. Now, when I sit cross-legged, I think it's really nice to add a little lift. So I usually put a yoga block or a blanket underneath me. You can add a little lift to your cross-legged position. And if cross-legged is not working for you, then just let your legs go out straight or sit in any way that works for you, okay? And if in cross-legged your legs are way up here, that's okay. You can add some blocks underneath your thighs. So sitting cross-legged, let your hands rest comfortably on the lap or the knees. Close the eyes and just start to roll the head and neck in a full or a half circle, or just move the head and neck side to side. And then start to circle the other way if you're doing circles. You might hear some crunches and pops. That's totally normal. Okay, come back to center. Nice. I'm going to mirror you. So tip your right ear towards your right shoulder, and maybe the right hand gently helps it for a gentle neck stretch. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Okay, come on up. And just remind yourself to draw the chin in as you tip the other way. Left ear toward left shoulder. Maybe the left hand gently helps it. Good, and then come back up. If you're seated cross-legged, switch the cross of your legs. Okay, so put your right hand on the outside of your right hip, left arm goes up. Let this right shoulder just fall away from the ear, and then decide you can look down, you can look halfway up, or all the way up. Good, and we're going to switch. This hand comes down, the shoulder drops from the ear, the other arm goes up. Okay, you can look down, halfway up, or all the way up. And come back up. See if you can walk your hands forward. Keep your sitting bones rooted on whatever they're on. Just walk the hands as far as they can go. Sometimes the hands go to here. That's okay. You can stop there. If you have a little more to give, just go where the hands go. Once you get there, release the head and neck. Maybe you shake or nod the head and neck. Great. Walk your hands back up. Uncross the legs as you come off of your prop. Just move it off to the side. Let the legs come out in front and shake them out. We are going to transition onto our hands and knees. So please take a blanket if you need to pad up your knees and place it in about the middle of the mat. Okay, so on hands and knees, I'd like you to line up your wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Now, sometimes right away in this position, it's really hard on the wrists, so an option is to come to fists. And then sometimes that's also difficult, so a third option is to come to your bent elbows. Any of those is fine. So tonight I'm going to do wrists. Spread the fingers wide. And as you do that, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tail. Inhale. This is cow pose. Exhale, round the back. Press the palms down. The back comes up. Cat pose. So we move between cow and cat. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the chest. Keep the wrists under the shoulders. And then exhale, round the back. Drop the head. And arch the back. Good. Couple more rounds, cow and cat. Drop the belly, lift the chest, inhale, and exhale, round your back. Okay, one more time. Move at your pace, move at your breath. When you finish your cat pose, come back to neutral tabletop position. Widen your knees, sink your hips back toward your heels. Let your hands come out in front. Head rests on the mat. If it doesn't rest on the mat, you can place it on a block. And if your hips don't come all the way back by your heels, that's okay. They can be high in the air, that's fine for a child's pose. So since we're doing a low back series, if you have another person at home who is willing to come and help you, they can place their hands on your lower back and just gently press down, if that's okay with you. That's a really nice low back release. All right, come on up. And now I'd like you to walk your hands forward, about a handprint forward. Walk your knees back a few inches. So in this little flow, we're going to drop the belly, lift the chest, inhale. This is kind of like a modified up dog. Exhale, bring the hips up nice and high for what's called a puppy dog. Hips stay high in the air. So shift forward, drop the belly, lift the chest, inhale. And exhale, round your back. Or not round your back, sorry. Let the hips go up and back like a modified child's pose. So that's the little flow. Shift forward, belly comes down, chest lifts, inhale. And exhale, the hips high in the air. One more time. Shift forward, inhale, and exhale, the hips nice and high. Keep the hips nice and high. Walk your hands a little wider, maybe wider than your shoulders. See if you can sink into this pose called melting heart pose. So you can keep looking back at your feet. That's perfectly fine. If you have a little more to give, you can look forward so the chin comes toward the mat and the gaze is forward. But again, that's a lot on the shoulders. So if that doesn't work, just keep looking back at the feet. Good, okay. Walk your hands back in. And we are going to transition using our blocks. So I'd like you to take 2 blocks or books if you don't have blocks. Keep the padding under the knees because we're going to be on our knees again. I am going to place the blocks here at the front of the mat, letting the blocks be my balance. Place your right foot forward, and as you do that, line up your right ankle underneath your right knee, okay? So in other words, don't have the knee forward or don't have the ankle forward. Ankle is under the right knee. Bring the blocks on either side of that front foot. Make sure you're not on a tightrope so you've got some space between both legs, okay? Rise on up, sweep the arms up, inhale, and exhale to the heart. Bring the hands behind you, interlace fingers, open up the chest. And just go ahead and gaze forward. Sweep the arms up again, inhale, and exhale to the chest. We're going to take a little twist to the right. So the twist is toward the bent knee, to the right. Come down if you want. If you want to stay high in the twist, totally fine. This can be tricky with balance. So you can stay here, or coming lower, you'll wrap the outside of the left arm outside of the right knee or thigh for your twist. So you can stay here if you'd like to add on. You'll curl under the left toes, lift the left knee. Firm the left thigh if you've lifted that knee. You do not have to lift the knee. It's just an idea. But if you've lifted it, draw your right hip back slightly. Keep firming your left thigh. Good. Lower the left knee. Come on up out of your twist. Sweep the arms up, inhale, and exhale to the heart. Good. We have one more side to do. You can challenge your balance by not using your blocks for help, or you can use your blocks. So if you're not going to use them, it will look like this. Bring this knee back and bring this leg forward. So left foot is forward, left ankle under left knee. Set yourself up. Use the blocks if you need to get yourself organized. Once you're there, come on up. Arms sweep up, inhale. Exhale to the heart. Bring the hands behind you, interlace fingers, and open up your chest. Gaze forward and breathe. Okay. Release the arms, bring them up, inhale. Exhale to the heart. I'm going to twist away from you this time. So twist to the left. You can stay high in the twist. This is a great place to stay. Okay. Or if you like, you can come lower. Right arm outside of left thigh or knee. You can hold your twist here, or if you have a little more to give, maybe curl under the right toes, lift the right knee, firm the right thigh. If you're doing that, draw the left hip back a little. Keep firming your right thigh if the knee is lifted. You do not have to lift the knee, it's just an idea. And one side will twist easier than the other. Okay, let's lower that knee if it's lifted. Come on up out of the twist. Sweep the arms up. Inhale and exhale to the heart. Use your blocks to help you bring that left knee back. Move the blocks off the mat. Place your hands on the mat. Walk your hands forward of the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. We're going to curl under the toes. Lift the hips nice and high. Bring your feet back. We're just doing one down dog. We're not going to do a bunch of down dogs tonight. So if it's available to you, move the blanket off the mat. Let's bend the knees. Look forward and slowly walk forward. Stay in this crouch position. Bring the blocks in front of you for support. So whenever you're in a forward fold, you can have the blocks help you if you like. If you feel like you don't need the blocks, you don't have to have them underneath your hands, okay? Have a little bit of softness in the knees, bend the knees. Just dangle in your forward fold. Feet are about hips width apart. You can reach for your elbows or let the hands dangle. If you reach for elbows or dangle, you can maybe sway the low back. So when I sway, I'm moving the whole low back. I'm not just going like this with my arms, okay? I'm moving the whole low back. Good. Come back to center. Let's ragdoll the spine up to standing. So just slowly rise up to standing. The head comes up last. Once you get there, sweep the arms straight in front. Inhale, and then down to the heart. Exhale. Okay, let us move to a place on the mat or in the room where you have movement with your arms. There's lots of space for your hands to sweep, okay? So we're going to do a little modified sun salute. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. You can have nice soft knees as you come down. Inhale, halfway up. Bring hands to shins or knees. Lengthen the spine like you're looking over a little ledge. And exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms, sweep all the way up. Maybe look up. And exhale back to the heart. We'll try it again. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up, hands to shins or knees. Exhale, fold, release the head. Inhale, circle the arms, sweep up, maybe look up. Exhale, back to the heart. And one more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Big circle sweeps. Exhale, back to the heart. Good, and then release. Nice. Okay, excellent. Good work, you guys. All right, now we're going to add a balance pose. I am standing on a mat that's on carpet. It's not the most ideal for balance. The most ideal is a wood floor, but I'm going to do my best, okay? So for balance, if you're feeling wobbly, you'll want to place yourself near a wall or a chair. All right, so we are going to try tree pose. I will mirror you. So start with your right standing leg. That will be the strong foundation, nice tall spine. Do a kickstand with the left foot. So for a lot of folks, this can be challenging enough. Okay, so you can stay right here. This is great. If you'd like to add on, you are going to let the left foot walk up the standing leg below or above the knee, but never on the knee. Okay, and once you get there, find a focal point, something not moving to focus on. Maybe extend the arms up. So as we reach tall, we soften the shoulders. So it's a lift and a release at the same time. Lift and release and breathe. Tree pose. So be lighthearted in your balance. Balance is always changing, and there are a lot of variables that go into one's balance, right? Like medication, sleep, hydration, stress, age, all kinds of things. Okay, come on down. Shake it out. We'll get ready for the other side. Your left leg is a standing tall leg. Strong, firm foundation. Kickstand with the right foot. And again, you could start here and just breathe. And this can be your pose, or you can have the foot below the knee, or you can bring the foot to above the knee, but not on the knee. Sweep the arms up if you're adding on. Lift, lengthen, and release. Lift and release. Good. Find your focal point, something not moving. And breathe. We don't often practice balance, so this is a good opportunity to practice. Excellent. Couple more breaths. Good, good work. Okay, come on down. And release, shake it out. Alrighty, I'd like you to take your 2 blocks and find a place near a wall, okay? So I'm going to take my blocks, build myself a little throne to sit on, getting ready for a yoga squat position. So the blocks are pretty close to the wall. And then as I come down, the knees are apart. I'm going to move the blocks so that I can let the wall help me find a nice upright posture in my back. Hands come between the inner knees. So right away, you just want to feel a stretch. If you're here and you're thinking, oh, this is no big deal, then you might remove one of the blocks. Okay? The wall is helping us keep the spine in this nice neutral position. Again, if this is not enough of a stretch for you, remove another block. If you want to add on some arm strengthening, you can push the knees away with your elbows while you push the elbows in with the knees. Okay, yoga squat. And breathe. Find a focal point. Focus. Breathe. Good. All right, guys. Nice. All right, let's release. Come off of the wall and move your blocks to the side if you haven't done that yet. And we are going to close the session by having our legs go up the wall. This is a little ungraceful to get into it, but it's worth the time to get there. So let's try this. Find a spot that's clear at the wall. You're going to scoot one hip up against the wall, the other hip on the floor. Come to the opposite shoulder and let your legs climb up the wall. If your hamstrings are tight, you can be farther away from the wall. You don't have to be right against it, okay? But if you have the ability to, try to get closer to the wall. Once you're here, you can rest your hands on the belly or by your side, or rest one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. And now, I love this pose and I'd like you to stay in it if it feels good, but I want to also offer a modification. So if you're loving this, just go ahead and stay here. Otherwise, let's come away from the wall. And I have an ottoman right here, which is going to work great for the modification. So instead of the wall, you can use a couch cushion, a chair, or maybe something like an ottoman. So you just lie on your back, and knees are bent at 90. Again, hands by your side, relaxing, palms up, or on the belly, or on the heart in the belly. Let the legs totally relax, feet flop open. So when we are in inversions, we're giving the heart a break, which is really nice for recirculating, reoxygenating our blood. These are also very calming poses. It's a great way to end your practice. A nice way to just take a few moments out of your day if you're feeling a little stressed out as well. If you are someone who does power naps, you can put yourself in a position like this and maybe take a 5 or 10 minute power nap in your day. A couple more breaths, close the eyes if that feels comfortable. And this is up to you. You can stay here as long as you like, but if you're following me, we're going to come out of the pose now. Open the eyes, roll off the wall. Just take your time getting off the wall and find a nice seated position. Thank you for watching. Be sure to click on the subscribe button below and then click on the bell to receive notifications of future classes that I'm teaching. Spread the Pickleball Yogi love by sharing with your friends, and I'll see you next time.